All right, ladies, welcome to the Inspire Beautiful Team call. It is Thursday, July 18th, and we're going to cover all things Summit today. It looks like Lydia is our only friend on who is at Summit with me, so I'm going to put her on the hot seat towards the end of this call to just kind of share a little bit of her takeaways. I know that on Tuesday, our Run Wild call was about Summit as well. You might hear some repeats tonight, but I do have various other takeaways that I want to share with you guys. So first things first, let's dive into Success Club check-in. I am at 10, Kelly is at 6, Lexi, Jordan, and Aaron are at 2. We have a $10 off promo, you guys. I'm going to get into that right now. $10 off promo code, okay? You need to be utilizing this in your follow-ups. You need to be reaching out to anybody and everybody who said no and say that you have a promo code for $10 off to give them. If and when you get to the point when you check them out, you send them a share a cart link just the same as always, and then you copy and paste one of your promo codes and send it to them to use. It is on them to use. It works. One of my customers used it, and it takes $10 off of their challenge pack. So really awesome. Collagen. I hope that you guys all snagged at least one container of collagen. I know that I bought 2, so it's really cool. At Summit, they have like a store. They call it the Core, and they have apparel, and they have all products, like anything Beachbody that you could ever want to buy. And so when they released collagen on opening ceremonies on Thursday night, because that's like when they start, hyping you up about like all the new products that are coming out, usually everything like takes a couple months, like to get going. And they were like, okay, so now the $1 million question, when is it going to be available? And then it said like tomorrow at the Core, like you can buy it and then your customers can get their hands on it Monday. And everyone just like flipped out. I've personally been wanting to try collagen for a while. I love that this is flavorless. I hope I can start telling a difference in a month, but I've been adding it to my shake. Be utilizing this, be talking about it with your current customers, be posting about it whenever you get your tub in, how you use it. It can go in your Energize, it can go in your coffee, it can go in your shakes. Show how you use it in a unique way. Set yourself apart. Do a little poll. I saw somebody, I believe it was Mandy Kai. I was watching her stories, and she hasn't talked about Beachbody Collagen at the time when I was watching this. And she simply just did like a poll. Do you drink collagen, or do you use collagen? Yes or no. And then on the next slide, what's your favorite brand? And so just such a smart way to start talking to those people. Instead of just like, yay, collagen was released, buy it from me. So what she's doing is she's not saying, hey, I've got collagen to sell you guys, but all those people who voted yes or no, she gets to contact. Favorite brands, she can now contact them and say, hey, listen, I've got my collagen now. So just start thinking about different ways to do it. Apparel line. I highly recommend purchasing like one thing. Okay. Next time that you need leggings, a sports bra, a tank, buy Beachbody. They're cute. They're really cute. I bought a sports bra at the Core that was the new line, and I wore it on my Instagram stories Monday maybe, and a bunch of people messaged me about how cute it was. So I said, hey, I've got a whole link, and so I sent the person a link, and I said, if you see anything that you like, just let me know. I'm more than happy to order it for you. So always good. So when you're in the need, do that. Morning Meltdown 100 is about to kick off, and I wanted to chat about this for a minute because I want you to know that you don't have to jump on the bandwagon with everything. And I say this with a full heart for Morning Meltdown 100, and I'm jumping in full force, but I know that it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Danielle does not like it. She does not like the format. She does not like the structure. I'm going to throw Erin out here right now. When Erin and I had our one-on-one this week, she was like, I'm not digging it. I said, that's okay. If you'd like to give it a try, give it a try. If it's not, jamming with you, don't feel like you have to, stick with something that's not going to serve you, because if you're not all in and if you're not excited, it will transfer. So you have to be in love with your journey, even if it's not, the new release. It's okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about my 2 challenge groups and helping out in challenge groups. Now, Toya, I know that you're just now hopping on, and I know that you do have a volleyball game. So if I'm still chatting and you're like 5-ish minutes from having to go, just like tap in and I'll have you talk before you have to go. Awesome. Okay, so I'm really excited about the 2 challenge group idea. I'm going to kind of talk you through my mindset process through this, and then how I'm going to be looking to you guys to start helping out more in my challenge group, unless you're running your own. Giving you guys more leadership opportunities, especially if you have boot campers in our challenge group. They want to hear from you too, not just from me. Okay, so I'm going to flip my screen over. Stick with me for a minute. Okay, so 2 challenge groups. So I was making some graphics today. So August Virtual Gym now enrolling. I am going to start firing this up this weekend, Monday, something like this. I'm going to share these graphics with you guys. Okay, they're not in a rhyme or reason order right now because I was just like hodgepodge making them, but I'll walk you through it. So August Virtual Gym, you in. This ideally would be at the end where you would do like a poll. I uploaded August Virtual Gym results like these. I've got 3 different options. Don't feel you have to show all of them. You might start to lose some people if you do too many slides, but maybe do one day. And then when you start talking about it again, show a different one. Keep it fresh, keep it exciting. I'll come back to the bonus. Okay, so 2 virtual gyms is what I'm hosting. I'm hosting one specifically for all people who are doing Morning Meltdown 100. And then anybody who's not, they're just going to roll into the August Virtual Gym just like I do every single month. If you're doing Morning Meltdown, you need to be in that group with me. If you have boot campers who are not doing Morning Meltdown 100, you still need to be present in the other group. This is your job. 2 groups. I understand it's a lot to kind of manage and wrap your brain around, but make it a priority. Set a time every day that you're going to check in and do it. So my first group, I ended up naming it Say Yes Fit Club. And if you've done any of the Morning Meltdown workouts, Jericho's always like, "You with me? Say yes, say yes." And it was so funny because like when she was up on stage doing the workouts with us, there's this group of ladies by us working out in the streets of Indy, and one woman like nailed her impression of Jericho the entire time she was out there. She's like, "Are you ready? Say yes, say yes." So it's so funny. So Kelly helped me name this one. I hope she watches the replay. But so we're doing Say Yes Fit Club. So I wrote out kind of what's all included: access to the brand new 100 workout program, workout set to DJ music, nutrition plans, not cutting out food groups, focused on portion, private accountability groups, and then I bolded where we're all doing the same program and cheering each other on. Year access to 40, me as your coach, okay? Then it's gonna flash to this one. Group 2 is just August Fit Club, just August Virtual Gym, just like normal, okay? Year access to over 40 workout programs, custom nutrition plans, and then at the end I bolded, we're all doing different programs but cheering each other on. Okay, so these are the 2. So I kind of faded this section out right here so that you can kind of see the difference. So then what I'm doing, and you've got to think, is this going to be beneficial for you and your business? And I can always change one of these. So I'm doing a giveaway with this. So August Virtual Gym bonus. The first 4 women to snag their spots will get $10 off their package. The reason why it says 4 right now, and I will be changing this, and you can always just go in there on Instagram stories and put like a little number 3 over it for how many promo codes you have. I had 6 promo codes because I have John's account. If you have a controlled account, you should have 6 promo codes. And I've already used 2 of them. So that's where my number 4 came. So bonus, $10 off, hooray! And I bought my second tub of collagen to do a giveaway. So think to yourself, do you want to do this too? If you do, know that if somebody enrolls with you, then you have to send them a tub of collagen or do a giveaway. So then I'm saying the first 10 women to snag their spots will be entered to win a tub of the brand new collagen boost. So if you don't want to do this, don't include it, block it out, change the wording on your Instagram stories. But this is my format. This is what I'm doing. I hope that this makes sense. I hope that you guys are excited. I'm excited about this. I think it's going to be awesome. I think people are going to be excited. I'm going to start breadcrumbing my collagen a little bit more. I'm probably going to do that like a little poll option, as I mentioned earlier. So I think it's going to be really good. I think people are going to want to jump on this. And then I did have someone reach out to me asking me today if we had any promotions going on like we did in June. Like, sister, you missed out on $20 off. Like, are you kidding me? I'm like, actually, yeah, we kind of do. And I'm like, I have $10 off to give you. So fingers crossed she enrolls. So any questions on the 2 gyms? I can only see like 2 people's faces, but okay. All right, cool. Now I want to show you, I hate when this thing is in my way. Okay. Well, let me go here. Okay, so my challenge group. So right now I have the virtual gym. I started the morning meltdown one, and then soon there will be the August one that pops up here. The August group is where I want to start delegating responsibilities to you guys for posting, not the morning meltdown. Morning meltdown's a little bit weird and wonky for me to figure out how I want to run it. And as of right now, I'm using the challenge tracker guide that Beachbody provides us. They keep getting better and better. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's in your back office. It's really freaking amazing. So, and I'm going to be structuring this to post like 2 workouts a day because that's how I'm envisioning I'm going to go through the program. So I wrote in there like Monday through Saturday, I'm posting 2 workouts a day, explaining them. So it would be way too confusing to have you guys post with me. Long story short. Okay. So the August group is where I want you guys to start taking some responsibility. So if you have boot campers or challengers in our virtual gym, you need to sign up to post. If you don't, that's okay. Okay. If you start to get boot campers and you want some more responsibility, we can definitely get you on the calendar. If you don't have boot campers, but you still want this responsibility, hats off to you. And I freaking love that leadership style in you for that practice. So think about your choice and what you want to do. I have some rules. Now, this is like very like me, like being very structured and scheduled. And this is like the teacher in me. It's very hard for me to like release this onto you guys because it's like I do it a certain way. And I'm like, oh, okay. But as long as you're in my group, I'm going to make these rules. This is for you to kind of learn, practice, have leadership. You don't like how I do it, run your own group. I mean, like, that's all I have to tell you. And it's not like to be mean or bitchy. So you must, and I'll show you because I have like a little calendar spread out. Whatever posts you sign up for that week, you have to schedule out the Sunday before. And I'll be checking. I'll show you how to schedule them. You have to schedule them out on Sundays. I cannot get to a day and go, shit, like some X so-and-so was supposed to post, like, where is it? Like, we're missing a post. Like, I want to cover all my bases. So that's rule number 1. Your posts have to be scheduled out on Sundays. You guys, that's how I run my business. John and I will pop on like a movie, TV show, and I sit, and that's when I make my graphics, and that's when I schedule out all my posts. It's like my Sunday routine. He knows it. You must claim at least 3 to 4 posts for the month so I can kind of see and I can fill in where there's gaps. You must have a graphic. Now that like you guys get to make graphics now and kind of learn and figure out how you want to do it. You want to do it on Canva, WordSwag, somewhere else. Okay. Keep the graphics simple. You see, I do a simple graphic in the background. I fade it out and then Fit Girl Gang topic of the day. And then underneath you put it. Okay. That's my only restrictions. Use whatever graphics you want, name it whatever you want. Fit Girl topic of the day, and then underneath you name it. Create your own theme for the day, post for the day, or use an idea. And I drop some ideas here. I will be sharing this with you guys. So this is what it looks like. August Fit Club. So it's the calendar. I highlighted my name in blue for the days that I'm taking, so pick a color once you get in here and start doing it. I'm obviously doing prep week intros, and then I picked 4 other days, okay? And I wrote what I wanted to do. You don't have to know right away what you want to do. You can just fill your name in for a couple dates, write them in your calendar, and start brainstorming and start thinking. Now, the really cool thing about scheduling out your posts is that you could do it for the whole month. So once kind of you have like your topics and you know what you want to do, sit down, make your graphics, and schedule out your 4, 5, 6, whatever, however many posts that you want to do. I'm not going to put a limit on how many you guys want to do. So when you get in this calendar, look at it, take some days, start thinking about your topics. I'm telling you this, mid-July, and like first post will be August 6th. You guys have plenty of time. You're not going to have to schedule anything out until Sunday, August 4th. I hope you guys are like excited to kind of like take on a little bit more and kind of make it your own. So I'm pretty pumped. And yeah, so I hope you guys are too. Again, I'm going to share this so that everybody can edit it. Any questions on this? Was that pretty clear? See the chat. Do you typically follow a theme for the day of the week that you would like us to follow? Nope, completely open. So up here, some ideas that I did, like obviously, there are like daily themes that kind of just fit, like Transformation Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Motivation Monday, but it's completely open. My one thing that I would love for you guys to just do is as you're signing up for a day, look at that week, make common sense that if I'm doing lunch ideas on Sunday, you're not, doing something about lunches this week. Just like use common sense like that. Like look at the week, look at what's already been doing. So like if you kind of know what you want to do, type it in. If you don't know, revisit this calendar before you start scheduling out your posts to make sure that you're not duplicating something that's already going to pop up this week. I hope that makes sense. And we can work out kinks. And if you guys have other ideas, better ideas for how we can kind of like work out these kinks. And I'm going to keep kind of like a master eye on this. And Sundays, like, if you're like, hey, these are, I signed up for this day. This is what I'm going to post. Are you good with that? I can go in and kind of look. And you guys should be able to see everybody's scheduled posts. So when you come into your challenge tracker app and you're an admin and you come in here, I always go slow when I'm on Zoom. You come over here to the right and it says scheduled posts. So when you click this, like as long as we're all admins, I'm 99% positive we should all be able to see each other's. So that's like another like way that you can look. So if you're looking here like, oh, I shouldn't post about the weekend on Saturday because Jadine's posting about the weekend on Friday. I see it right there. So this is what it will be when you schedule your post. If you guys aren't sure how to do this, you just add your post. You add your image, always pin it to the top. And if you forget, like we can always go in there and pin it after. And then I always do it at 6 a.m. Eastern to go off. And you can, choose your date. And it's really simple. So, I mean, for me personally in my brain and how my brain works, like what I would do is I would pick my 4 or 5 days, whatever I wanted to do. And I would come up with my themes ASAP and plug them in. And I would just schedule them out like right away, like right when I open up the group, like why procrastinate it? So I hope that helps. Checking the chat. Okay, awesome, Lydia. You can definitely see all the scheduled posts like from other people. So just use common sense. Just cross-check the calendar, cross-check the scheduled posts. Just make sure that it's okay to do like a water challenge at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, but we just don't want it to feel super repetitive. Brainstorm new ideas, you guys. This is meant to kind of rejuvenate our groups a little bit, to kind of get some new ideas flowing in there as well. Bring your own spin on things. You're going to type out your posts different than kind of, how I talk. And it's going to be awesome. So I'm really excited for you guys to contribute more to this. Now, again, remember, if you are doing Morning Meltdown 100, you are going to be in the other group as well. You won't have to, take the responsibility of posting. But if you have clients in both groups, you need to be present in both groups. So, okay, that covers, I think, everything. that I wanted to cover there. Before I get into my summit takeaways, since I know Toya, you have to go kind of soon. Lydia and Toya, how about I just open up the floor to you guys and you guys kind of share your summit experience and then I'll close it out. And there's no rhyme or reason for what you want to share and what you want to talk about. The floor is yours. You can say as much or as little as you'd like. I'm going to unmute you, Toya.
Okay.
You're good.
Hi, everyone. Sorry if I'm like shouting. I don't know if you can hear me because I'm like driving right now. So summit, my first freaking summit. First and foremost, if you are anything like me, I was extremely overwhelmed because it was a lot of fucking people. There's like 20,000 plus humans all there together, completely different, but just there for the same reason, just wanting to live the happiest, healthiest, better lives and helping other people. So that one and foremost is amazing. But yeah, after getting like beside the fact that there was a lot of people there, and once my anxiety calmed down, it was really, really awesome. I really liked the sessions. I feel like if you were kind of a lower rank, the sessions weren't as in depth or whatever, which is cool because the second day was a lot better. But no matter, I guess, where you are in your business, and no matter how many times you hear the kind of the same thing over and over again, there's always still some sort of nugget to take away, which is really cool. Especially if you're, because like they say, you got like the certain vital behaviors and stuff that you want to do, and that's all the same, but everyone does things differently. Like you say, like how you do your stuff or whatever, but you can always make it your own and put your own spin on it, which is really cool. But yeah, I don't know. Like I just I can't remember. I think it was the National Wake Up Call that we recently had, and she was talking about Summit, and I just really liked how, because you come home from it and you have so much freaking information, and you just want to go and plug away, and then but for me personally, I have all this information, and I've been doing this. If you guys don't know me, I've been doing this for like over a year now, and I personally am not very far in my business, but at all. But I get overwhelmed very, very easily. But I just got to, I just have to realize that I just got to stay in my own lane, make realistic goals, and just keep pushing. I don't know. Overall, I had an amazing experience, and I definitely want to go next year. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. And if you aren't aware of kind of how Summit works, so on Friday we have all of our sessions like together, and then you break off into your smaller group sessions. So there was a track for emeralds, there was a track for diamonds and 1 stars, and then there was a track for 2-star and above. So it was kind of cool because we did have people within our team everywhere. And collectively, I know that at least our team, the Inspire team, we all felt that the first day's sessions were and I know that the Emerald group felt like they really just covered the basics. And I mean, it's amazing that I heard that you guys were like, we got this, like we already know this because you guys have already done this. And it makes, us from a leader standpoint feel so good. Like, okay, good, we covered our bases. But the next day there were more takeaways. And I felt the same way about my leadership track as well. So I'm going to shut up now and turn it over to Lydia.
Okay, I also had an amazing experience. It was, I don't know how to quite describe it. It wasn't exactly what I had expected, but I think when you're stepping into a group of 20,000 people, there are going to be some things that don't go like you expect. I am just looking at my notes here. I think the biggest takeaway of just as far as content and advice was one of the sessions where they talked about sharing your story, which is not something I'm super comfortable with. But they really just broke it down into like identify the 5 kind of key points of your life before you started Beachbody, and then the 5 key moments that changed your life. Going to Summit is one for me, even just signing up to be a coach, any of those 5 moments where you really experienced a turning point. And then 5 things that identify your new normal. So I feel like it's been really useful, even just in writing posts, that I'm able to share a little bit more logically, not just about my life right now, but really that transformation in my life, not just in my body or that kind of thing.
Sorry, just kind of like typing out some points for like some people who like, as you were talking, but no, I love that. And I love, there were some really good takeaways in, everybody's sessions. And, okay. So before Toya has to go, and I'll ask this both of you, if you have to pick 1 or 2, I won't limit you guys to just 1, but if you have to pick 1 or 2 top moments from Summit, what would they be?
I think in kind of it's hard to choose. It kind of surprised me how much those like transformations in the final session from the competition like really touched me. Just incredible stories of how people just going through the programs have changed their lives and their health. Like,
oh my God, I always cry. I cry so hard during those. It's insane. Yeah. Toya, what was your big moment? You're unmuted. Toya, are you there? May have lost her. Maybe she can. That's bad. Toya, if you can hear me, you are cutting out.
Was amazing, but one of my biggest. Can you hear me?
Okay, now we can. Nope, hang on, you're muted. Okay, go. Start now.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know, everything was really amazing, but I was just saying one of my biggest aha moments was when actually Rachel Hollis was talking, and she was just talking about how she never had like a high school. She didn't get past like high school or anything of that, but she always had a good work ethic and just basically, don't let people work harder than you. You just kind of have to put in what you want to get out of it. And I don't know, I had more to say about that, but it just kind of hit me.
Yeah, no, that was a really good point that she made. Like you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you have an amazing work ethic and, desire to learn, work hard, everything is going to be proud of you. And I have on my dream board, don't let them work harder than you, on my vision board back here, because it's just so true. Like we have all the tools and we have all the knowledge to be successful in this business, but it's about that hard work, and willing to put that in. So, all right. Now back to some of my takeaways. This is actually my bulleted list that I sent Danielle McKenzie for the call on Tuesday. So I might blow through some things. If you want me to speak more on something, I absolutely will. I will say that my leadership track was more on mentoring a team and growing a team. So it was not super tangible for me to kind of give to you guys. It was more like how I can implement it in my business for you guys, if that makes sense. But as you guys start to grow teams, hopefully some of these new tips and tricks and tactics that you're going to start seeing me slowly start implementing as we go along, you'll kind of start saying, oh, well, that's new and that's different. That must be from Summit. And then you can start taking it away for your team as you grow your team. So it's a lot of words on here, but I just literally copied and pasted it. There might be typos, but Just there's a difference between saying you want it and actually wanting it and actually, doing the actions behind it. Because, and Bonnie and I, we were talking about this like last night, just saying like, you can say like, I'm going to do the invites. You can say, I want to earn X amount this week. You can say like, I want to hit this rank. Okay, that's good that you're saying it, but are you actually doing it? So don't just talk the talk, like you have to walk the walk, meaning like you actually have to do the actions. And as much as like for all of our challengers and all of our clients, and, we can only do so much for them. We can only, provide them the workouts, the nutrition guides, the support, the, tracker sheets, the check-ins, the motivation. You can't go into their house and work out for them. You just can't. And that's the same thing with this business. Like as much as I want you guys to all hit diamond and to all hit star diamond and to hit Success Club every single month, I can't come into your house and do your invites for you. I guess I could log on to your Instagram and send your invites for you, but I won't. Okay. And that's just something that you really have to think about, because it really crosses well with thinking about what we do for our clients and thinking about, what you can do for your business. Like no one's going to do the work for you. You have to put in the work to see the results. One big, and I'm just going to kind of go, I'm not going to have smooth transitions through these bullet points because they're just like, it was a brain dump. What got you to where you are now will not get you to where you want to go. So let that sink in for a second. So right now, I'm sitting here as a lifetime 1-star, current diamond. What got me here to diamond is not what's going to get me to 5-star. All the actions that I've done thus far got me here today. It's not going to get me to where I want to go. And we really talked about this on Tuesday, how you have to keep changing little tweaks every month or season of your business to get you to level up, to get you to that next level. And the same thing with your fitness journey. Like when you really start breaking everything down about this business, it blends so well with your own health and wellness journey, and I said this on Tuesday night, like that is why 80 Day Obsession has phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, and why they're all so drastically different. If you've never done 80 Day Obsession, you can only imagine. Okay. And that's just like your business. Like, okay, you want to get to diamond. Here's what you have to do. You have to set that. That's going to get you there. Once you get to diamond, then you have to tweak, you have to change, because what got you to diamond is not going to get you to the next level. So just let that one sink in. What can I do right now in this season that I'm in today to make an impact on others? And that was something that I really took away from all of my sessions, is that we are in a business of impacting others' lives. And I think that we can, and I know I'm very, very guilty of this, go all day, all week on Instagram stories without adding value, without making an impact, showing up just to show my face, just to show that I'm showing up. And I'm not saying that you have to, share this grand recipe every day and your meal prep, super in depth. But what's a little like mindset tip that you could leave somebody during your workouts? And I know I saw that Bonnie did this today, and I did a similar thing yesterday on her workout. She posted how she had 4 days off and how she was looking forward to this because of X, Y, and Z. That is adding value. That's making an impact, because this summer, everyone's so busy. Everyone's taking 4 days off of their normal routine. Some woman is going to read that and it's going to resonate with her. And it is going to resonate with her. And it's going to make that impact. So think about how you can make an impact daily. It can be super small. Don't feel overwhelmed by that. But like, how can you show up as a positive light in somebody's life to make an impact through the power of social media? Everything is figure outable. That was an amazing, amazing speech, and I did post it in our page. It was Melanie Mitro. She's been the top coach 4 years in a row, was just dethroned this year, but she was the number 2 coach, and she gave an amazing speech. And she said, it's a learn as you go business. You can figure everything out, literally everything. Everything that all the top coaches have done, you can figure out. And Rachel Hollis even said, the people who are sitting in the top, which was our entire team of the stadium, versus the people on the floor. The people on the floor, the higher level up people. People up top, lower level people, you know, in this business. It's okay. Like, we all have room to grow. And she said, all the people up there, you've got it easier than the people down here. You have all of these people to learn from. You have all of this knowledge. You have them paving the way and setting that path and setting that tone, saying, okay, she did this, so I know I can too. The people on the floor got to figure out how to keep leveling up, you know? And so everything is figure outable in this business. It's learn as you go, learn as you grow. You just have to try. You literally just have to try. That's it. A huge trap that we can fall into is I need someone to motivate me, when in reality, you have to want to change more than you want to stay the same. Like, that is just like a gut check. Like, when you read that and like really think about it, that trap, like, and again, same thing with your fitness journey. And so that's, you know, you're trying to instill these amazing habits in your clients and in your challengers, so it becomes, you know, a habit for them, and you don't have to keep motivating them, because that's everyone's biggest struggle. You know, I'm not motivated. Okay. Motivation is BS. It has to come from that inside internal drive. And so when you really think about this business, like with the tracker, with the business activity tracker, the Success Club system tracker, like all of that, and we tell you to do that, it's to build up that habit, so that it's not that you need to get motivated to work, but it's just this habit that you just do, and that you want to do, and that you want to change, and that you want to grow. Always remember the impact you're making, not just the income. I kind of talked about that, you know, impact over income. And I know that we've had calls about this in the past, where, you know, it's very easy in this business, and I've fallen, you know, victim to this, and so have the other leaders on our team, to just kind of like drill hitting ranks and drill this into everybody's head. But really, you know, you need to think about the impact that you're making to your team. As you grow in this business, you need to think about the impact of all the lives that you're changing, because if you're growing in this business, that means that you're changing lives along the way. So really think about that impact versus income. And I really hope that, you know, Tuesday night, Mackenzie was kind of going on a certain topic. And I said, okay, I'm going to come in, teach her here, and really break it down for some of these newer coaches that haven't been in here. If you didn't watch the call on Tuesday, go watch it. Because, you know, I'm trying to be a lot more mindful that not everybody wants to go full time, at least right now. When I came in, I didn't want to do this full time. I got here. I've changed with this business. So I understand that not everybody has these big rank goals. That's okay. So let's focus on the impact that we're making versus the income, or versus the ranks. Let me check the chat really quick, just make sure I'm not missing anything. Yes, it is the outcome, not the income. Absolutely teaching. Be intentional with your work time. I put in there in parentheses, like, I fall victim to this, and it was a good slap in the face to go to Summit and be like, I am getting really lax with my working, like having the TV on in the background and like just half-assing it. And it's like, no, be intentional with it. Like, sit down for an hour, bust out your shit, and then watch an episode of TV. But like, you have to be super intentional with your work. And if you're finding yourself scrolling, if you're finding yourself at the end of every night saying, oh crap, I didn't even do one invite today. Because you guys, I mean, if bare minimum 3 to 5 invites a day, like really to move your business forward, 3 to 5 invites a day. And then you need to start upping that once you get that down. If you are getting to the end of a day and you're like, oh crap, like I didn't do any invites, that needs to be the first thing on your work time. It's not growing your following. It's not building connections. It's not following up. You need to do 3 to 5 new invites. Like, you have to, like, eat that frog, do your invites first. Know your avatar and speak to that person every single day. When I say know your avatar, it's kind of like speak to the old you, speak to the woman who you're trying to attract, speak to your best friend, speak to the girl who you would want on your team, you know, and that's why we have a lot of teachers on this team, because that's me. Like, that's the person who I talk to, 80% of the time. And we have like a lot of bride-to-be's or, women who are close to getting married because like that was the phase of my business in the last year. So just speak to that person every single day. You don't want to speak to everybody. When you speak to everybody, I'm sure you've heard this, you speak to no one. Okay, so just get very intentional about who you're trying to talk to. Keisha Fitzgerald is really good. You can go on YouTube and watch some of her team calls on really, really bringing this home about just talking to one person. Sorry, you guys can see my text from John. Okay, kind of a cool idea. When bringing on a new coach, ask them to write out their list of 15. And I mean, you guys could even do this right now too, no matter what phase you are. 5 people who you think would love to coach, 5 people who you think would benefit from the shakes, and 5 people for the fitness. It's really quick and simple. So if you bring on a new coach, kind of put this in your, in your back pocket if you might want to try this out. Because like, I know that our coach Jordan on our team, I know she's not on the call tonight. Her like father-in-law or stepfather or something like wanted the shakes. Like, and she knew it right away. And that's 2 Success Club points right there. That's residual income. He's getting the shakes every single month. And so if you really think about it, like you might know some people in your life that just want to do the shakes. And so that's totally fine. So just kind of keep that in your head. The invites you do today are building your future business. That was like the theme and the ending of the call on Tuesday. That was Mackenzie's goal setting yesterday. I've been writing that down in my journal every single day. The work that I do today is building my future. If you guys keep thinking that, doing your work is going to be more fun, more manageable. You're going to be more motivated to do your work because you're thinking that every invite that you send gets you one step closer to building that future, building that income, or making that impact that you want to make for why you said yes to this. Always lead by example and know that you're a leader right now in this season of your life. You might say, Janine, I'm not a leader. I don't have a client. I don't have a coach. I don't have a transformation. BS. Those are excuses. You signed up and you said yes, and you show up. Every single one of you shows up every single day on social media as a leader. I see it. I see you guys slaying and smiling and being positive and sharing all the good that's in your life, or if it's not so good, how you overcome that. That's being a leader. So ditch the effing excuses that you are not a leader because of X, Y, and Z, and get that confidence inside yourself that you are a leader and you are going to continue to grow as a leader. And that is going to continue to change. You guys, like, I know that there's only 5 of us on this call right now, but like a year and a half ago, people would not show up. And I literally would have no one. And yes, I would cry, but yes, I would still show up. Like, I wouldn't cry on the call, but I would cry like to John after, be like, oh my God, like nobody came. And I would keep showing up every single day. But all of that prepared me for my small baby team of you guys right now, who I love and adore. And one day, I know that, this is preparing me to lead a team of hundreds because that's my goal, and it's going to be, and that's the impact that I want to make on this world. So don't ever doubt your leadership, no matter what phase. If you have a couple cries about something, cool. Awesome. Use it as fuel to move on. It's not a big deal. We're all human. Okay, I'm going to keep going through because I am taking a long time on this call. Okay, Rachel Hollis, small people talk about people. Big people talk about ideas. She just really said, stop talking about other people. Stop comparing yourself. Stop wondering what, Susan's doing in the next room. Stop talking about people. Stop comparing yourself and be a big person and talk about your ideas with them. Rachel Hollis also said, we talked about this, she said, okay, fill in the blank. Blank is power. And everyone was like, knowledge is power. And she's like, you're wrong. And she goes, applied knowledge is power. Okay. So meaning you can have all the knowledge, which you guys all do from all of your trainings and everything that you've ever, learned about this business. You have knowledge, but it's not powerful if it's not applied. Okay, so meaning do the effing work. use your tools, do what you got to do, and apply the knowledge that you have to make an impact. She said, this business is set a goal, make a plan, take immediate action, repeat. That's all this business is. So think about, what is your goal? Okay, maybe your goal this month, because I know everybody on this call right now has not hit Success Club this month. Maybe your goal right now, just focus on one goal. That's it. Not hit Success Club and Diamond and this income. Nope. Focus on one. I want to hit Success Club this month. Okay, break it down. It's 3 people. Break that down. How many invites do I need to be sending a day? How much time do I have left? How many people do I have to sign up? Give me some windows, give me some goals. Okay. Take immediate action, start inviting, and repeat again tomorrow on that one goal. Once that goal has been achieved, work on your next goal. Simple. Don't overcomplicate this. Don't overdo it. When you talk about the business, if you're ever talking about it to somebody or on your Instagram stories, I loved this. It was Sammy Glonick. She's Shorty Girl Fitness on Instagram. She said, break it down like you're talking to your grandma. If your grandma could not understand what you do, you're not breaking it down enough. And I'm not saying that, when you're recruiting for coaches that you need to go on and like really like spew all the information, but like sit down there and be like, I help women get set up with a fitness routine, and it's all done virtually. It's all done online. However you would explain it to your grandma, take a little chunk, explain it on your Instagram stories, explain it to the person. Break it down like you're talking to your grandma. Remember, what you put out into the universe is what you will attract. Don't be a negative Nancy on social media. People go to Instagram to feel happy. People go to Instagram to escape. People go to Instagram to watch reality TV, basically, of other people's lives. Okay. I'm not saying that you have to shit out rainbows every day. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I need to go back to teaching kindergarten and get off summer vacation because my potty mouth is going out of control. But just know that even if you're going through a hard season of your life, share it. If you're comfortable with sharing it, share it, but then share how you're overcoming it. So that, again, it comes back to that impact. You guys can see how all of this fits together like a beautiful puzzle. Okay. So I'm not saying that you have to be positive and radiating all the time, that positive energy, but what you put out into the universe is what you're going to attract in. So if you are going through that hard season, either stay off social media if you're having a bad day and you can't get out of that funk, or start talking about the things that you're doing to get yourself out of that, because then you're making an impact and putting that out into the universe. Don't forget to talk about who you're becoming. So I love how, Lydia reminded us, to talk about, the 5 who you were before, 5 ways that coaching has impacted you, but then who you're becoming. And I kind of took this and spun it into a little post recently the other day that I love the woman that I'm becoming, and kind of talked about who I was and who I'm becoming. So just always think about that. Always think about the future and the bigger picture, because we're in the business of growing constantly. And that's such a cool thing. Storytelling, don't share the what, share the why. So don't share, hey, I just worked out for the day. Why? Why do you love to work out? Okay. So share the why. And then the last one, what are you doing in month 1 to keep your excitement in month 2, in month 6, in month 12, and beyond? This business is repetitive, so you have to find the joy in it. There are months where I'm like, oh God, again, like I had to hit Success Club again, but I find new and exciting ways to rejuvenate it, whether it's, mentoring new coaches or working more closely with my challengers, or even like making my newsletter the other day, like rejuvenated me a little bit, just something fun, because this is repetitive. You wake up, you work out, you drink your shake, you send your invites, whoop, you do it again tomorrow. You wake up, you work out, you drink your shakes, you send your invites, do it again. It's very repetitive, but our job is simple. Our job is fun. We get to meet some amazing women. And so I know that there's only 4 of us on right now, But I hope that that was helpful. I hope that kind of gave you some fresh and kind of rejuvenated you a little bit, kind of hearing about our summit experience. I'm going to check the chat really quick, make sure that there's no questions. Toya left. Awesome. It's acceptable in the summer. Get it out before school starts. Okay. Aaron hopped off too. Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks for hopping on, you guys. Katie and Lydia, show your faces. Lydia, I think you're outside. Show it. Yep. Katie, where you at, girl? She did this last time and she never came on. And I was talking to nobody. Oh, there you are, you little cutie face. You guys have any questions before I take our boom? Feeling good? Feeling like, yeah, I'm going to go change some freaking lives and make an impact. Whoop, whoop. Love you guys. All right, boomerang in 3, 2, 1. All right. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome night, and we will talk soon.